Perry Holmes. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody with him.
Fair enough. But the man is a fake, okay? Do not buy the wolf tickets.
They're selling y'all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
Do not accept the bullshit.
Boxing experts have just exploded after Mike Tyson dropped a bombshell at the highly anticipated Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul press conference. Iron Mike has spilled the beans on Jake's overnight transformation. And let's just say Mike's proven that Jake is on the juice. The boxing legend didn't just stop here, but also exposed Jake's advanced AI-driven training techniques that he's been using to prepare for the biggest fight of his career against Mike Tyson. Boxing experts have taken to social media to share their 2 cents on the whole fiasco, and boxing pundits and pros like Joe Rogan, Michael Bisping, Eddie Hearn, and Floyd Mayweather have hopped on the bandwagon with explosive reactions. The fight world is losing their minds. Forget about a war of words, this was a straight-up demolition. Joe Rogan tweeted, "Tyson just ripped the mask off. The jig is up, and the truth is finally coming out." Tyson came out swinging, and I mean with words, not fists. This wasn't a press conference. It was a straight-up takedown. Millions of fight fans from across the world tuned in, expecting a back and forth, but they got a one-sided beatdown. Tyson didn't hold back. He went straight for the jugular. The boxing legend called Jake out on his overnight transformation from YouTube to heavyweight champ, straight up questioning the dude about being on the juice. Now, this wasn't the first time the problem child was accused of taking performance-enhancing drugs. He's been fighting these claims ever since he stepped into the ring. But this was a whole different story because Tyson had receipts. Jake tried to sweet-talk science and play it cool, all smooth and slick, but Tyson wasn't buying it. Come on. Iron Mike has seen it all, from the dirty underbelly to the top of the sport. He knows the game, and he knew Jake was full of it. The YouTuber turned boxer was stuttering, stammering, trying to find his words. Tyson was relentless, and then the bomb dropped. He pulled out receipts, proof, the whole 9 yards. The whole fight world was shook, heads shaking like a damn earthquake. Tyson didn't just expose Jake, he humiliated him. Of course, the boxing experts wasted no time in sharing their explosive reactions on social media, and let's just say they all had a field day roasting Jake. Let's be honest, Jake hasn't really made himself a following amongst the boxing pros and pundits. If anything, they all want to see the Jake Paul hype train take a hit, and that's exactly what happened at the press conference. Everyone's got something to say about Jake Paul and his steroid scandal. Joe Rogan, the man who knows a thing or two about fighting, is majorly disappointed, but not surprised. He's been warning Jake for months to stay away from Tyson, saying it's a lose-lose situation. Michael Bisping, the former champ, is calling Jake a fraud, a flat-out liar who's been manipulating fans. He's saying Jake's whole "anyone can be a boxer" shtick is a load of crap, and that he's been cheating the whole time. And let's talk about Dana White for a second. Even before Mike Tyson pointed out the YouTuber's substance use, Dana White called on White to get tested for steroids while labeling him a cheater. Their feud started when Jake challenged Dana White to get tested for cocaine abuse. The UFC president fired back at Paul and agreed to get tested for cocaine for 10 years if the influencer boxer agreed to let White randomly test him for steroids for the next 2 years.
Randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
Jake was all like, "I'll get tested if you test all your fighters." Classic Jake move, right? He knew Dana couldn't test every single UFC fighter, so it was a no-brainer for him. But now, the cat's out of the bag, and Dana's probably doing a victory lap right now. He's been saying it all along, and now he's been proven right. This is going to be a major blow to Jake's reputation, and it's going to be fun to watch Dana rub it in. Even Floyd Mayweather, who usually stays out of this drama, is chiming in. He's pissed that guys like Jake are trying to tarnish the legacy of boxing legends. I mean, can you imagine? Disrespecting guys like Tyson and Ali? It's like blasphemy, man. Jake's been acting like he's the king of the world, but now the truth is out, and everyone can see him for who he really is. A cheater who's trying to shortcut his way to the top. Everyone's got something to say, and let's just say it's not nice.
The donkey, do you reckon? What's a donkey has a kick as well.
Get this, Jake Paul just stepped into the ring with Mike Perry last month on July 20th in Tampa, Florida. So, the problem child picked up a 6th-round KO win against the bare-knuckle brawler, and he even made Perry kiss the canvas thrice before finally dropping him. Sounds pretty impressive, right? Well, on paper it was an epic win for Paul, but in the ring, it was nothing short of a total disaster. Boxing pros didn't sing Jake any praise because this was just another one of Paul's orchestrated charades where he stepped into the ring with a weaker athlete with no pro boxing background. Yeah, Mike's a bare-knuckle champion, but it's a whole different story when you put the gloves on. Plus, Jake's impossible weight rules made sure that the Platinum didn't stand a single chance against the problem child. Hear me out, the YouTuber turned boxer made Mike meet him at a catch weight of 200 pounds, which was far more than Mike's natural weight. On fight night, the poor guy was hardly 190 pounds tops, while Jake was walking at a comfortable 220 pounds. As a result, Mike was significantly slow and sluggish in the ring, which gave Jake the perfect opening to sweep in and bag a win. The fight world is getting sick of Jake's clownery, which is taking away from the true beauty of the sport. There's no competition anymore, it's all about who the rules favor, and in most cases, it's Jake. Come on, he's got his own promotion, and he's the one making all the rules behind the scenes. Of course, he's cherry-picking opponents and making it seem like child's play for him. The crazy part? The drama doesn't end here. Tyson just dropped another bomb that's going to shake the boxing world to its core. Get this. He claims Jake Paul has been using some secret AI tech to train like a Tyson clone. Apparently, there's this advanced AI-driven training device that's been studying every punch, every move, every little detail of Tyson's prime. Jake's been using it to train, like he's been fighting a virtual Tyson in his head. But seriously, don't you think Jake Paul brought this whole mess on himself? Oh, you don't know the backstory? Sit straight, let me tell you. So for the past 2 years, Jake Paul has been on a mission, and I mean a relentless mission to get Mike Tyson into the ring. This wasn't just a casual, hey, let's fight scenario. Paul's efforts were borderline obsessive. He turned his social media into a full-on campaign, using every platform to challenge Tyson. I'm talking Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. Jake was there, calling out Tyson like a kid begging for candy. Jake's strategy was a wild mix of desperation and bravado. He was like a digital-age Don Quixote, tilting at the windmill that is Mike Tyson. Every post, every tweet, every video was aimed at poking the bear, hoping to get a rise out of Tyson. Paul painted himself as the eager underdog, constantly tagging Tyson, taunting him, and basically trying every trick in the social media playbook to get a reaction.
Mikey, Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Whoop.
And how did Mike Tyson respond? After 2 years of pure, unadulterated silence, Tyson didn't even blink. No responses, no acknowledgments, just radio silence. This only amped up the drama. The boxing world watched as Jake's antics got more and more intense, wondering if Tyson would ever bite. Then, out of the blue, Tyson finally agreed to the fight. The boxing world collectively lost its mind. The idea that Tyson, the legendary heavyweight champion, would actually step into the ring with a YouTuber turned boxer was something nobody saw coming, despite Jake's relentless pestering. Tyson's agreement, though, came with zero fanfare from his end. While Jake was out there making a spectacle of himself, Tyson's acceptance was like a casual, "Oh, by the way, let's do this." The contrast couldn't have been more stark. On one side, you had Jake Paul, using every social media trick to stir up excitement. On the other side, you had Tyson, calm and composed, letting his history and reputation do all the talking. Now, I know boxing fans are more hyped than ever for this epic fight now. All the trash talk, the accusations, and the secrets have made this build-up one of the most intense of not just this year, but the whole decade. But if you look into the bigger picture of this fight, this matchup will make you raise eyebrows. Hear me out, this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight is not just bad for boxing because it's a total mismatch. I mean, you got a legend on one side and a YouTube guy on the other. It's like comparing apples to oranges. But it's also a dirty move by Jake.
Looking in the comments, they're like, he still hasn't fought a real boxer. It's like, didn't you beat 2 boxers
in a row
in the first round?
Taking on a 58-year-old Tyson? That's not fair, man. Age is a huge factor in boxing, and Tyson is way past his prime. And get this, there are no special rules to protect Tyson's head or anything. He's risking serious injury just to boost Jake's career. It's like Jake is trying to build his own legacy on the back of a legend. A lot of boxing pros are calling him out on it, and they're right. This whole thing just feels wrong on so many levels. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. So, there you go, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on the boxing world's explosive reaction after Mike Tyson dropped the bombshell on Jake Paul? Fill in the comment section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.